Hey everyone, Laurie here, and I welcome you to my predictions for the week of August 3rd, 2025. And for the month of August, I am using the Dreams of Gaia Tarot by Raven Phelan. So this is, I'm trying to get the glare there. It's a gorgeous deck. This is a beautiful, gorgeous deck. However, I do want to say that there are some different cards in there. There are additional cards in this deck, and some of the meanings are a little bit different than with the traditional correspondences of the Rider-Waite deck with that system there. So I am going to go for it, and I have been guided to work with this deck for a while, but I've put it to the side for the weekly predictions and the deck of the month where I do my daily predictions, because it has some of those different meanings according to the deck. So Spirit said, well, maybe you should follow your advice that you share with your students, and that is to use your intuition and just kind of go with it. So for those who are familiar with the deck, then you probably have your own interpretation, and that is, a thing that as we work with our intuition, we will have our own intuitive language. And so some of the messages may resonate, some may not. You may even tune in and just to see what cards pop up and formulate your own messages for that week. So let's see what we've got here. So we're going to give the cards a shuffle and let's see what happens. I'm as curious as all of you are as we move into Lionsgate. Lionsgate, we're in this portal of this amazing time where there are codes of consciousness and realignment and recalibration with your path, with your soul's path on this planet. So this is the time to really think about your goals, where you're at, where your creativity lies, and where Spirit keeps trying to nudge you to with the path that for you to follow. So one's jumping out already. So let's see what Spirit has to say. But I want you to, if you can, take some time to journal and think about this amazing portal of Lionsgate, where the star Sirius is aligned with the planet, and just like the 8-8 portal, which happens before that date and afterwards. I believe it's for like 2 weeks or so during that time. I just know we're all feeling it with Chiron retrograde in Aries and then Mercury retrograde. So we're having all the feels come up these days and feeling kind of sensitive. So let's see what the surprise is for this week. Whoops. So the first card we have, which I do believe is, I think this is the one that jumped out. This is the Four of Swords. So this is the Four of Air, Four of Swords. So this is to do with the mind and the thinking, which this is no surprise at this time with retrogrades and thinking and looping with our thoughts, playing that old story that's still looping round and round and round. So that's our first card. Then we have the Counselor of water, which is the Knight. I'm learning this. I did a little research. And the Knight of Cups reversed. So we have the Knight of Cups reversed. I believe this was a card of the day too that was coming up. The Knight of Cups reversed. So we're not liking this, meaning that the things that are replaying, it's like it's creating this grumpiness and just this unsettled feeling or two here and there. So it's I've got the cringy feeling with all of this, right? And then we have the King of Air, which is the King of Swords reversed. Well, the advice for us this week is you might as well tend to what needs to be tending and get serious and real with yourself before someone else calls you out on it. For me, it usually hits a little more. So it hurts a little more when someone else points it out when it's something I already knew. So we might as well tend to that shadow work. Grab your shadow work journals, notebooks, get them on out, and let's just maybe review. I'm going to suggest we review We don't need to go too far back, but if you have one, or if you don't, let's kind of take a look back to the last 2.5 months or so. So that brings us to Mayish, like the middle of May through June, July. Let's take a look at what has been popping up as themes for us in that time frame. And let's get to it. Let's get to work, and let's get to sorting through what doesn't serve us anymore, and the things that we're looping and the things that we're giving all this energy and time towards and with that don't even really matter in the bigger scheme of things, right? Some things it's good to put a pin in it and say, I'll deal with it later. Some things it doesn't really matter. Some things it's saying, I need to be more proactive within this situation in my life at this time. So let's just get to work this week. And I'm hearing, take your emotions out of it, right? Don't go into the same angry victim consciousness, all of that. Let's not go into those emotions. The woe is me. Just get to it, get it done. Because again, like I said, for myself, it's worse when someone else points it out, of things that I'm doing or saying or not doing or saying that I could be doing and that I should do, that I know better, like you know better. So just get to it rather than have someone else point it out, right? Because it's on the forefront. If it's on the forefront, it means it's ready to be shifted and elevated, all right? Okay, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in each and every week. I am Laurie Barraco. Namaste. Bye-bye.